I'm so excited to be able to be sitting in the new structure of Jim Darcy Elementary School. It's been a long time coming for the Helena Public Schools to try and support this growing community in the North Valley. Right now, for the last 10 days, we've been nesting the classrooms and nesting the office and getting this ready for the first day of school. The excitement that's in the air with all of the people that work at Jim Darcy and still the construction crews that are still here, the excitement is it's breathtaking. Jim Darcy was born in the North Valley with his family. Jim Darcy grew up in the North Valley in a rural setting. Jim Darcy went into the military and, long story short, was deployed as a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. Jim Darcy lost his life in Vietnam on a mission with another crew member. Around that same time, Lincoln Road School was being built on Lincoln Road. At that time, it wasn't called Jim Darcy. In memory of Jim Darcy, their family and Jim Darcy's aunt brought to the school board, when it was its own school district in the North Valley, the idea of naming the school after Jim Darcy, someone that grew up in the North Valley, someone that was a remarkable young man that everyone knew and loved and adored, and it was just fitting to honor Jim Darcy and who he was and what family he came from to name the school after him. Jim Darcy's brother and sister, Bill Darcy and Margaret Strawn, have always been with us, part of the old Jim Darcy, part of the new Jim Darcy. His family comes in on Jim Darcy's birthday every year, brings a sheet cake to every classroom in the school, and celebrates Jim Darcy and who he was, so that we do not forget, why is the school named after someone? I feel fortunate about being in a school where, yes, you know the name of it, but a lot of times someone is not sure why it's called that elementary school. Where the students at Jim Darcy, they all know exactly who he was, what he was about, and why we named the school after him. So it's a pretty special piece to his heritage and honoring him and his family. We're terribly excited about how we've been able to thread the Jim Darcy theme together with the new construction. There's so many pieces of the new building that we were able to create a walking memorial for Jim Darcy and talk about his history and the significant awards and medals that he was given, and then unfortunately dying in Vietnam. We're able to honor that. If you walk into the main entry of Jim Darcy School, you can see the helicopter blades that the Montana National Guard and Colonel Jamie Wilkins, with all of the pieces of the Guard, helping us bring this together, bring Jim Darcy's story even more to light. We currently have a static Huey helicopter in our parking lot for the grand opening this week, again to honor the National Guard, to honor Jim Darcy and his family. If you walk throughout the building of Jim Darcy Elementary School, you'll notice our 6 pods, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Outside of each pod is a significant medal that's embedded into the wall to represent his story and the significance of the medals we try to theme each pod with. It's an amazing experience for someone to have to walk through the school. There's numerous things about the new construction of all 3 schools. Specifically at Jim Darcy, our cafeteria is separate from the gym. That's a big deal. We're not sharing the gym with the cafeteria any longer. We can run just a couple of lunches now instead of multiple lunches. The gym is of significant size and support this community and to support those groups that want to come in the North Valley and now have a spot to come for either a meeting or for gym space. And it's not just about the lunch or gym. Each one of the grade level pods has 4 classrooms or 3, but also there's a breakout space within the pod that's separate from the hallway where students can go in a flexible group or go to a safe spot and relax. And instead of just 4 classrooms, we now have 5 classrooms that students can thread behind. And the feature of the safety and security is off the charts at all 3 schools. At Jim Darcy, each pod has magnetic doors, so in case of an emergency, we can press a button and 6 doors shut, and all 490 kids, they're safe and secure within the structure. It's significantly bigger. The old Jim Darcy School, I think we were at 23,000 square feet. The new Jim Darcy's were just under 70,000 square feet. The volume is significant. The volume I would estimate is 4 or 5 times the volume of old Jim Darcy Elementary School. And you really feel that, and you feel the glass, and you feel the storm front windows, and you feel the natural light when you walk into this school. And you feel the adjustable lights and the controlled temperature. I mean, all these things are a really big deal, we would hope, when kids are learning. And you take those things for granted, natural light and controlled temperature in the classrooms. But once you're here, you see why we were doing this. The first thing I always notice when I'm in these spaces is the natural light. Windows so large from floor to ceiling, supporting, the social, emotional, and even physical needs of a child, and even the teaching staff, that they can notice that I feel like I'm outside. Look at these views. I don't feel contained. The old model of classrooms that are cells and bells and rows and columns, when you walk into the 3 new structures, you're going to notice immediately that this is a learning environment that most of the population has never got to be part of or see what this is like. I want to thank the community of Helena. Not just thank the Valley, not just thank town, thank the community of the Helena Public Schools for what they've done and believing in us 3 years ago when they passed a bond and coming into these structures and really seeing why they voted yes and seeing what that piece is.